Good evening, everybody. I am going to be training us on our new system that we've got. It's called REO Office Manager, and this system is going to be utilized for a number of different things, whether it's property preservation, BPOs that would be fee-based, and it's also going to be used to handling our inventory of properties, whether it be REO, retail, and that sort of thing. So it's kind of an all-inclusive system to handle a number of different things. Now, what I'm basically going to show you is some just very basics of the program, just to show you how to maneuver around and that sort of thing. So here we go. After you log in, one of the very first things that you're going to see is that this is actually the name of our organization, Abode Marketing, and this database happens to have my name on it. Now, this is actually who I am as the operations manager, and your specific title will be assigned directly to you once you log in. The very first thing that you'll notice is your open tasks. That's your home screen, and as you can see, everything here on the left now will end up having more things than you will, for permissions and that sort of thing. However, the open tasks is sort of just a home spot, and it'll just bring you right back to right here. Very first thing we see is you can click on nearly anything in any of these things. When you actually receive a task, your job is obviously to get it done, and here's when this will give you the date that it's needed by, and this will allow you to actually manage that task if you wish to do so. All you'd have to do here is just press complete. Another box will pop up showing you the date that you completed it by, verify that that's the right date, then you just press save and that's it. Okay. The next thing is, if you wanted to actually go to this specific property and review specific information, all you have to do is just click right here, and it'll actually take you to a number of different tabs that you can see obviously all the way across the top. Now, depending on your permissions, there may be some things that you can see and some things you can't, and some things you can do and again some things that you can't. One of the things you see here is all of our photos, and by clicking on any one of these photos, it will actually pop up in another window showing you exactly what that photo is. This will also allow you to, I don't know why it popped up like that, but this will also allow you to do a number of different things when you're trying to review photo after photo, and it'll play it to you like, sort of like a movie if you wish. Probably another important part of this thing is actually the summary of the property. This gives you some other basic information regarding the property. You'll be able to find exactly who this property is assigned to, whether that's going to be myself, Pete, Scott, whoever, if it's going to be assigned to us as the BPO, if we're the assigned BPO agent, the REO agent, or excuse me, the listing agent, and that sort of thing. As we scroll down, we might see other various information on this, and it gives us various loan numbers and what the current price is, and as you can see here, it's the lockbox code if you need to enter. And one other thing that you might also that I might also mention is that if you look always at the very top here, this will always kind of give you an idea of exactly what you're working on, what property, and sort of what status this property belongs to. In this case, it shows that it's my client here is being Fannie Mae, and it's an REO property, and it's in the vacant listed category. If you were working on a BPO, this would probably say something like BPO or a new BPO or something like that. Another box here would be, the tab would be the Docs tab. This will allow you to review documents that might be necessary. It's a little tough to say exactly at this point in time what you're going to be needing to see and what you wouldn't be. But another interesting tab here is our Notes tab. This actually does a lot of different things for us. If we wish to we can review the notes of what somebody else has actually put in, directly into this system. But what it'll also allow you to do is add a note. And if you add a note, this will allow you to put whatever note you decide to put in here. And this is a great property. And depending on who you want to send that to, we've got a bunch of different people's names in here, and you wouldn't select everybody because not everybody necessarily needs to see that note. But depending on what you are actually working on, this is where you might notify the person who may need to know about something that you're writing the note about. In this case, let's just send that to me, and when we press add, what actually happens, you can see what happens here is the note was emailed to me. This is my personal email address, and it'll also tell you who the person was that actually sent the email. Another thing we can do, now if we kind of go back, I'm going to go back to our open tasks, and this kind of gives you an idea of like all the tasks that are assigned directly to me in this case. If I want to go to properties, I can look up all properties directly in our system. Again, this is going to be kind of permission based depending on what your permissions are. But in this case, if I want to just view all the properties that are available to me, anything that I want to see, all I have to do is press view properties, and it'll list every property in my system. In this case, what I could also do is I could maybe narrow this down to I only want to see BPO interior properties, and I only want to see the ones that are vacant, or I only want to see the ones that are with a listing status over in here. Okay. Another thing you could also narrow this down by is, well, we could just look at a property located on, Test Street. I'll uncheck this, and I press View Properties, and immediately 123 Test Street anywhere comes up. And now I can go ahead and work on this file. Going back to this system, if I need to show you, say, anything else, let's just list any property with 3 bedrooms. And here I'm not going to select any of these because I am looking for all properties with 3 bedrooms. And this kind of gives you an idea of what you're looking at. And these are maybe all of our properties in our system that are so far populated with 3 bedrooms. Well, that concludes our training for tonight. Thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate everything you do. Thanks.